1 minute silence, everybody. Because 1 minute silence for the death of Manchester United. I don't like. I want to be able to speak coherently, but it's like, what's there to talk about? Same old shit. I don't know who to blame, the manager or the players. I don't know what to say. It's like it's so difficult to speak about this because it feels like, oh, let's sack the manager all over again. But then it's the same stupid players. It's the same Dalot at right back. It's the same stupid players that have been playing shit for years. So why should I blame the manager? Why? I mean, first of all, you're a team that hasn't won a single game this season. You're a team that has won what, 3 Premier League games in the entire year, and then you pull up at Grimsby to play fresh, like to play like they should fear you. They should move back. They should hold a mid block. They should, with this expectation in your head that they should respect you. Who the fuck are you? Like, these players need to fucking wake up. You're putting in shit performances week in, week out. Who the fuck do you think you are when you're trying to be cool and jazz, slow on the ball? Like, who the fuck are you? They don't respect you, bro. You've been playing shit. You don't give them any reason to respect you. I know I'm shouting, but like, what the fuck were they expecting? To go to Grimsby Town and the players will be like, oh, we are playing a good team. Which fucking good team? Niggas, you are fucking 18th. If it's no money and prestige, there is no fucking difference between you and the players playing for fucking Grimsby Town. So why the fuck do you think they should respect you? It's so annoying. Like, football teams earn the respect, they earn the fear. Prime Barca are not Prime Barca because they had Messi. No, they are Prime Barca because every single person on that pitch was bloody, probably the best in their position in the entire world at the time. And they were not the best because they could pass the ball. No, they were the best because they bloody played the best every week in, week out against all clubs, trashing around Real Madrid like they were nothing, beating them 5-0 several times. Like, they are not respected because they just had players. They are respected because they played well. Nobody will be talking about Messi if he does not show up every day. Nobody will talk about Ronaldo if he does not show up every day. Who will talk about them? Nobody cares who you are. If you've been playing shit for years, why would you go to any... Like, these players need to fucking wake up. You are nobodies at this point, bro. At this point, you are just... Honestly, you are just under a name. And the name at this point does not even have meaning anymore. Like, if you're a Man United fan, you're like praying to God that you don't get relegated. So what's the difference between you and fucking Sunderland? Sunderland is even too much. Sunderland are a good club, a well-respected club. Sunderland is too high. I don't even know what to compare Man U with. I'm so fucking pissed. It's crazy. I've been putting off making videos for a while, because I really want what I say to be coherent, like to have a flow of meaningful thoughts, not just be like I'm angry or I'm shouting. But it's hard to coherently speak about this club, these players, and not be angry. It's very... oh my god, bro. Pull up to Grimsby and Mino is taking 4 touches on the ball like he's prime Javi. Brother, pass the ball. And you wonder why the manager doesn't fucking start mine. It's like, he says it all the time. This nigga is too slow on the ball. Who the fuck does he think he is? Oh my god. And then Onana, like, shit, bro. I would trade Pim, the Grimsby Town goalkeeper, for Onana immediately. I won't even think about it twice. So if you are at the level that we should be comparing you to fucking Pim playing for Grimsby Town, like, why are you? Wake up now, bro. Like, you are no different from these guys. Like, the fact that we're in the Premier League, honestly, at this point, I don't know why we're in the Premier League. We don't deserve it. Like, we should have been relegated so I can watch us in the relegation. I can watch Championship for a full year. It doesn't matter what happens to Man United. Let me just get this out there. It doesn't matter if Man United are a League 2 club. I will keep watching Man United, and to be my team. It will be my club forever. It doesn't matter what happens. It doesn't matter if we are back in Vanarama nationally. I don't give a damn. I'm a Man United fan. I'm a Man United fan. I've made my choice. But it's just so hard to comprehend, like, going to Grimsby and you don't feel like, oh, let's prove that Man United are good, that Man United are better. What are you doing? You should prove it week in, week out. You cannot be the best without proving it week in, week out. That's how to be the best. God, you think you're better because you're playing for Man United and you go there to be expecting that they'll sit in the mid block or whatever because of what? Because of a team that hasn't won anything, that hasn't won any games this year. That has, like, fuck do you guys think you are? Like, wake up. Nobody respects you. Jesus Christ. It's like, nobody respects. Oh shit, bro. That's the problem. Is these players playing for Man United want to feel like they are the Paul Scholes, the Rio Ferdinands, the Manuel Vidic, the Patrice Evras, the Wayne Rooney's. But those guys went to the pitch week in, week out, proving they're the best. Doesn't matter who we fucking played, they will play like they are the best. You've been playing like shit for a fucking year. For more than, what is a fucking year? You've been playing like shit for like 5 years. What the fuck is wrong with you guys? And then you step on the pitch against Grimsby and you think they should respect you. What the fuck are you? Ah, God, bro. Wake up, man. Wake up. Fucking wake up. I made this, like, when I started this video, I was going to, like, start talking about Ruben Amorim and, like, say, maybe it's time to think of getting him out. You know, we've tried it, it's not working. His ideas don't seem to be working in the Premier League. Might not be that they are bad ideas, they just don't seem to be suitable for the Premier League, you know. There's that sense in it. But nah, bro. Nah. Fuck that, bro. Fuck that. I want to fucking speak to these players. Like, yo, you guys are absolute shit. Let it be known now, you guys are shit. Doesn't matter the manager that comes. If you start playing well, I will still know. Like, everybody that is in that club, every single player that is in that club, apart from, I will name them now, Bruno Fernandes and the new signings, because they've not been part of you for a long time. But everybody else, except for Bruno Fernandes and the new signings, you are all fucking shit. Like, go and fucking play for Grimsby. I don't think you'll be better than them. So, go and fucking play for Grimsby. I don't know why we don't even sell these players to League 2 clubs. Just fucking, don't even sell them. Fucking release them and play the under-21s. Like, God. Like, we'll get relegated, sure, but we'll be fine. We'll be happy. Just release all of them and play the under 21s. Like, there's no point. Just pay them all their money and let them go. They're fucking shit. Like, I know I'm not a big fan of Amorim's 3-4-3 tactics. I have a lot to say about that. Maybe I'll get into that in this video because I'm just angry and ranting at this point. I know I'm just ranting. Well, it doesn't matter. Like, when you're playing a League 2 side, should we really be talking about the tactics? Let's be honest. Let's be fucking honest. Does it play a part when a Premier League team is playing a fucking League 2 side? Should we really be talking about tactics? If you are better, go on the pitch and prove that you are better. Simple. Like, if you are 40 years better, do we really need tactics? Like, do we really need it? It's like people when Guardiola was at Barca. I keep talking about this prime Barca side, but like when prime Barca was on the pitch playing some random, God knows, fuck, like playing like Storm Graz in a random Champions League game or playing Bodo Glimt in a random Champions League game. Do you think Guardiola went to bed thinking about tactics that day? You think he gave a fuck? It's like, I'll just put Messi, Xavi, Iniesta on the pitch and what the fuck you want to do? They should go and do because I know they are better. It's simple. And they've proven to be better. You've not proven shit. Do you think they will respect you? Nobody's respecting you because you've not proven shit. You don't gain the respect when you play like shit week in, week out. What the fuck do you think? What the fuck do you think you are? Like, shit, man. And he was right though. The better team won, and the best players lost. But I don't think I can call them the best players. They are not the best players. Like, why should I call them the best players? Like, does it make sense? They are not. They've not proven to be the better players in years. Why should somebody say they are the better players? They're not. They're absolutely fucking not. They're shit. They're terrible. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy, bro. Now, I'm going to talk about my feelings on Ruben Amorim. Because I feel like I should say something in that direction as well. I love the man. Like, his character, who he is, the way he speaks to the media, he says the fucking truth all the time. He's honest all the time, very honest about everything. Like even his replies at the end of that game, saying, there are no excuses. Like, and I think the players spoke loudly with how they played today. Basically, he's saying that I think the players are trying to get me out. I think they don't want to play the way I want them to play. Basically, that's what he's saying by they spoke loudly. So if he's thinking, this is the way I want to play football, like, and I think he's shown everyone that he's hard set on playing football that way. If he's so hard set on playing football that exact way, and this player doesn't want to do it, do we let him go then? Or do we, bone face and go, you know what, we don't care. If the players don't want to do it, then the players should go. But then it's not just, I know I've said the players are shit. Yes, they are shit. But I also think the tactics are shit. Right? If I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, the way we play actually is great. Like, the tactics is great. If I'm thinking that, oh, I get behind the ideas, then I would 100% just say, no, fuck it, sell these players. But I'm not 100% behind the ideas. And why am I not 100% behind the ideas? Because I think they require the players to be insanely better than their opposition. Like, the tactics require the players in those positions to be miles better than their opposition. I've spoken about like the midfield too. You need at least one Yaya Toure in that midfield too. Baleba is a good shout, but I don't know if we've seen enough to say his Yaya Toure level in terms of like technical skill. But his destroyer role playing, his destroyer kind of game is at an elite level. He is a very good interceptor. He's a very good pressing machine. He eats up space. Yes, he's also good at carrying the ball. But like technically, can he pass like Bruno? But maybe you just need him beside Bruno. Maybe you know because maybe Bruno has he has lungs for days. He can run. But if we can't get him this year, and we're talking about next year, so who do we get? I don't know. That's the thing. Like, you buy a player. If you get a midfielder that is not Baleba will be maybe 70% chance of working. But if you get a midfielder that is not Baleba, like, then you are getting a very sure. You're making a risk no matter who you get in this market, which is why I'm opposed to the tactical idea, because it requires that you are so much better than the opposition. It's crazy. For example, the wing backs. When you play Ahmad at right wing back and you are going forward, you are requiring Ahmad to be like sort of like a prime hazard kind of player. Like, good dribbler, close control. You need him to have it. You need him to be able to run at the opposition and have it. Have that confidence in him, which he has. But is he prime hazard? Like for him to have consistent outputs, good consistent output in that position, you have to be like prime hazard. And I know Hazard, is not good coming back, and Ahmad is probably better at that based on what we've seen in their careers. But I'm just saying, like, going forward, that's like the technical ability that you need in that position. So, like, looking through the tactical ideas, it rests very heavily on the players being very brilliant. And that's honestly, I do at that point, do you really need a manager? At that point, just buy the best players in the world and tell them to go and play. Because if not for the best players in the world, I don't think it works. I don't think it truly works. Because, for example, you're not trying to squeeze the opposition like Man City. You're not trying to high press like Liverpool, get the ball back as quickly as possible, transition fast. Because basically that's Liverpool's game. High press, really good transitions. That's basically what you see from Liverpool. That's why when you watch Liverpool versus Bournemouth, it's crazy because they're both playing the same thing basically. Like, you know, they just want to run. But like, it's not running without intelligence. It's running with a specific purpose. It's running with a trigger press. It's like knowing when to run. That's basically all the training that they need. Well, that's basically a majority of it. Let me just say all. But I'm just saying these things in very simple terms. Obviously, there's a lot that goes into it, but I'm not in the mood to speak so tactically right now. I'm just trying to get out my general ideas. That's the problem though with what I see from Amorim's style of play is it requires that the players are so much better than the opposition for them to consistently bring out results. For example, if you look at the way Chelsea play, it doesn't require them to be so much better. It just requires them to do what they need to do at the right time. You know, Chelsea's defensive structure is trigger pressing. They wait to trigger press the right personnel. There are some people that they target each game. Like, okay, when he has the ball, seems like he's not great on the ball. We trigger press. And we like, we go for that person and we target that person, basically. So or when the ball is loose, we trigger press. Those kind of tactical instructions. That's what I see as their defensive structure. They're not all out like Liverpool, but like they watch. They have players that they trigger press. They have when they go, you know, they have signals within themselves to know when to press, you know. And then in the attacking phase, it's quick transition, and sometimes they slow the pace down, get ball back, try to move the ball wide, cut in, all these kind of things. It's like they play very, how do I put it, semi control possession. Like is control possession with a little bit of attacking, transitional play, which is nice, which is all good and nice. Like it doesn't require. What I'm saying, it basically doesn't require that the players are so elite. It requires that they are good. It requires that they can keep the ball. It requires that they have an eye for the pass, especially the defenders, because they're the ones that try to break the midfield line with a good pass to their wingers, because they play 3-2-5, so the wingers are spread out. I'm not in the mood. Well, it requires that the players are good. It doesn't require that the players are excellent. When I watch Amorim's play, when I watch Man United play, when I watch him, I feel like he requires a lot from the players. Like the defenders need to be, all the centre backs need to be good at 1v1 defending. That's a lot. Like all the centre backs need to be good at defending wide areas. That's a lot to ask again from a centre back. All the centre backs need to be good at long balls to the wide men. Again, that's a lot. It requires so much technical ability. It requires so much from the players, and maybe it worked in Portugal because the Sporting Lisbon players are just much better than their opposition generally. Maybe that's why it worked. I'm just thinking, maybe that's why it worked. But then you say, oh, he played Man City and won. But it was a very narrow victory. And he said after the game that he felt they were lucky. And he's a very honest man. So it's not like I remember much of that game because I didn't watch the Sporting Lisbon game at the time. And I've not gone back to watch it. I don't care really. Something I would like to say is when he was linked to Man City, to be going to Man City, I was over the moon. Because in my head, I was thinking, he's finally going to go there and fuck off all the tiki-taka bullshit they've been playing all these years and just ruin the entire structure for Man City, and I'll be so happy. I was so happy. Oh my god, I need City to get Ruben Amorim and sack this fucking Guardiola guy. But we got him instead, And then he came in, and I wasn't happy with his introduction, to be honest. There are so many managers out there that I think would do better. There's so many managers out there that I prefer. And so he came in, and I was like, not really the guy we need. But the funny thing is, he is the guy we need. Like personality, like who he is what we need. Like telling the players that they are shit, like, being so honest with them. Like you need to prove that you are good. Nobody's going to respect you based on your record. Your record shows that you are absolute dog water. So why should anybody respect you? But it's all well and good when you have the personality, but you don't have the tactical, know-how. I'm not saying, obviously, managers, they have their degrees in coaching, they have their UEFA licenses. They're better than me. I know I'm nobody, but like, it's based on what I watch. there's not much flexibility in him, you know? And this is, I know there's different ways that he has tried to employ this 3-4-3 system. Yes. But they fundamentally require the same things. You know, they fundamentally require space for the wing backs to run into. They fundamentally require the same things. And since they require the same things to work, like if I am sitting here and I'm like, this is bullshit. Obviously, Premier League managers are looking at him and they're laughing. They're like, this guy doesn't know what's coming for him, you know? So it's so hard to, like, you see, because I started talking about Ruben Amorim, like, I've calmed down, my voice is a lot lighter, you know. It's because I like the man. It is so weird. I like the man, you know. And this is the dilemma, like, the man, you know, is a good part of being the manager, but, you know, it's not all about, it's not all that is required to be the manager, basically, you know. So maybe I think, you know, if the board decides to let him go, it's cool, you know. But everybody except Bruno Fernandes needs to be sold, like, immediately. It's not even sold, just like tear up their contracts. They don't pay them off. Tell them to go home, pay them off. They can go find new clubs. It's alright, it's all good. Like, let's just get relegated to League Two and start from there. I will watch Man U in League Two, so don't worry. I'm sure there are many of us that will still watch Man U in League Two, so don't worry. Just let them go, please. Like, they're just fucking useless. You can talk about tactics all day long, but there are games where I think all of us as football fans just sit down like, should tactics matter? Like, should we really be looking at the manager at this point? Like, if you don't want to go out there and win, just say you don't want to go out there and win. And that's what he's saying by the players spoke loudly with how they played in the first half. It's like, these niggas they don't want to do it, you know. They're not fuel, they're not desire to be great. So, you know. But then there's the other side of my head that is always like, well, these tactics require a level of player, you know, to make it work at the highest level. You know, to go toe to toe with, let's say, Barcelona, you know, the recent Barcelona side. Let's not even go to prime Barcelona. Let's just say this recent Barcelona side with Lamine Yamal. For this team to be able to go toe to toe with that team, it requires, you know, I'm saying, like, with the tactical vision, it requires that these players are so much better than the Barcelona players that they just wipe them off. You know, they just wipe them off the planet. You know, it's like I'm trying to, like, zoom out. I don't give a fuck. I think my camera itself is angry. So, oh, bro, 30 minutes rant. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. I'm so pissed. Like, oh, that's all for today.